This started as a patch of dirt with a vision to build a fully enclosed studio around a real-life landscape, like a living painting. G'day, it's Rowan from Elfshot Design, and I'm talking about this magnificent view. The idea is to build a panoramic window that sits in the end of the studio so I can look out and appreciate the view. Now let's go dig some holes. In the last video, I covered the overall plan and soundproofing goals. This time we're building the structure itself, starting from the ground up. Because of the slope, the footings ended up a lot deeper than planned on one side, but that gives the slab a solid anchor. Formwork was a mix of timber and steel offcuts, tied together with Rio, plastic, bits of board, chairs, and then mesh over the top. I couldn't run mesh all the way to the edge because of a height difference to the old slab, so I dyno bolted the mesh into the existing slab. Not pretty, but it'll be hidden later. When the concrete arrived, it was go time. I was running it all solo, so filming wasn't really an option. Due to the deeper far edge, I used every gram of the extra 10% of concrete that I ordered. Now, running a 3.5 metre screed by myself was probably one of the hardest parts of this project, not something I'd want to repeat again in the future. However, I did save myself a few $1,000s. The trade-off was accuracy. It's not completely flat, but it's good enough, although I will need to run some self-leveler before I add the flooring. With the slab being so close to the edge, I definitely needed a retaining wall, so I decided to build a stone-style pathway into that so we'd have access around the side of the shed. I've got a full build video on this, so if you want to see that, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can't really just order an extension kit. That's not how these sheds are designed. So I had to work out exactly what I needed and what I could reuse from the existing bay. For example, removing the roller door gave me 2 C-channel posts that I could reuse as part of the structure. I started by removing parts of the existing structure, like the roller door header and support posts. Because this work was spread over multiple weekends, I kept the roller door in place as long as possible. That kept the shed secure and stopped wildlife moving in until I was close to lockup. As expected, not everything lined up perfectly, so some fabrication was unavoidable. I needed one extra column in the corner, so I used square hollow section with welded base plates so it could be fixed directly to the slab. The internal corner was the trickiest. It had to work across 2 walls and tie into the ridge. With that sorted, it was time to get the frame up and start closing it in. The framing itself is straightforward. Follow the plan, keep everything level and plumb. Small errors here turn into big headaches later. By reusing the roller door post, I was able to buy all the other shed bits for under $3,000. The 64mm top hats for wall and roof girts are 1/2 metre over length for a strong overlap across existing ones. I also ordered enough sheets for wall and roof overlaps. In addition to the 10 steps to build a shed video, I've got another shed video where I go into more detail around the actual framing and cladding side of things. I wanted to keep these videos a bit shorter for this whole series, so if you want more detail on the actual building process, go and check out that video. Non-DIY people ask me why I've got so many clamps, but if you know, you know. I used air cell between the frame and cladding for thermal and moisture control. I've used this in my other sheds and it makes a significant difference. It also creates a good insect barrier so you don't end up with a graveyard of dead bugs and mice in your wall cavities. I tape all the joins with aluminium tape. It's not cheap, but it's awesome stuff. From there it was roofing and flashing to fully weatherproof and finish the structure. Now that the external cladding is pretty much done, I should be able to open this door so we can access the new section from the inside of the shed. Let's see what happens. At this point the structure's done, but inside it's still just a metal shell. Next I'll start on the internal walls and ceiling, beginning with the double glazed window install. That's where we start on the soundproofing. In business. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.